Joining conference.
Alex.
Hey, Alex.
Hey, Shai.
Hey. So we got Shubha on the call. Shubha, is it Shubha your name? Is it good to call Shubha, or you want to go by something else?
Hi, Alex. Good morning. Yeah, you can call me Soup. I have with me Sanjay and Jay. Good morning to both of you.
Hey, Alex. Good morning.
Guys.
Hi, Alex. Good morning.
So I sent you guys a link yesterday, Soup. Did you guys try installing that? Any success? Any progress there?
Yeah, Alex. Actually, we downloaded all the files, and while installing, we found a few problems because our operating system is Windows 7. So we are in the process of finding the workaround so that we can install the software as soon as possible.
Okay. All right. So I think so. Okay. So you will be installing the software. Is there any questions you guys have? I know you guys been trying to figure out if there's any questions you guys have we can help you with, Shub?
Yes. Yeah. Basically, we went through all the documents, the documents regarding the current architecture, the current data flow diagrams. We went through the same. We have a few basic questions, like what we understood from the documents, that we have two systems. One is Insight and SBase. We use it for reporting. SBase is something we use it for financial reporting, and Insight we are using for other reporting stuff. So the first question would be what would be the scope of our scope with related to both Insight and SBase?
So Insight. So let me give you background. Alex, help me out here. So the way everything works in APAC is all the data sources. Let's say you got call center data, you got financial data, all the, you got the customer billing data, all that data is housed in data warehouse, APAC data warehouse. I know bunch of your guys, Joy knows that bunch of your guys work on a data warehouse with Dell Nicholson. So what they do is they basically acquire all the data. They put all the data in the data warehouse, and that's our source for feeding the reports. SBase is similar to Insight. In Insight is basically a platform, reporting platform. We use a product called LogicXML to derive a lot of reports out of Insight. And SBase is just another way. SBase uses Hyperion, as you guys know. It's another way of financial reporting. So mostly Insight reports are doesn't have dollars associated with it. It's mostly data. Those numbers are used to get the financial reporting is what SBase is used for. Is that a right explanation, Alex, or what is your understanding?
Yeah, this is correct. Yeah, it's just a reporting tool, and we can manipulate the data inside the Hyperion SBase before create reports.
So Hyperion gets the data from data warehouse just like Insight does. Then Hyperion has its own, once it goes to Hyperion, they manipulate all the data, they change stuff, they build cubes, then they derive, then that data goes to another system called Softrax. Is that correct, Alex?
No, actually, we got some feeds from Softrax to Hyperion.
Oh, you get feeds from Softrax. So mostly, the Hyperion is used for reporting, like the final cleansing or final delivering of those financial reports to our clients.
Yeah, this is correct.
Sub, does that make sense?
Yes, it does make sense. Okay. So basically, so what I understand is that we have different upstream systems from where we are source systems from where we are fetching the data, as it is documented like Lawson and STX Audit, Softrack. We are getting the data to our SBase.
Yeah, and currently there is one correction. We are not gonna get any data from Lawson anymore.
Okay.
Lawson?
Yeah.
Used to be old APAC finance APAC payroll system, the HRIS, Human Resources Services System. Lawson is being migrated to SAP.
Last month.
Yeah, SAP. So no more Lawson. I know all the data you will get here will come from SAP instead of Lawson. But that's another source, right? Basically, your what it houses, what Lawson or SAP, what it has is how much money do I pay to my employees? What is my salary? How much money I pay to my agents? That kind of data. It's basically the source is going to be different, but it's the same kind of data.
Okay, so basically going forward, all the payroll related information, they're going to come from SAP instead of Lawson system, which we are
Right.
freezing. We are basically we will not be dependent on the Lawson system anymore.
Right.
Right.
Okay. Alex, the other thing is like we wanted to have a kind of access to any kind of test or developmental server where we can actually see the data.
Yes. I'll give you an access to development server. That's not the problem.
Yeah. So one other thing, Sue, is that we got your login ID and everything all set. We have to get you logged into APAC remote network. I think yesterday night I was trying to connect and you didn't pick up the phone.
Actually, what happened? It's my bad. What happened? I received a call from some unknown numbers. Once I clicked on once I switched on my phone, it was asking for me some options to dial into some options, and finally it got hung up. So finally today I registered my phone number in the APAC network.
Have you already done that? Have you already done that? Have you already logged into APAC network?
Today morning I did that.
Okay, you got the password and all that, everything?
Yes.
All set?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, all set with related to the APAC credentials, but I am yet to get the remote desktop access.
Yeah, so a remote thing that we can set you up. You should have the remote set up. All you have to do is put your phone number. When you dial into APAC, it will dial your phone number. Then you press pound. Then you can log in. Are you able to do that? Get there or no?
Yes, I am able to do that. Yeah, we tested that today morning. I am able to do
Alex, then give the access to development database. Then you can look at it.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, I'll do this. And I have another question, actually. Do you have any software like net meeting that I can show my desktop?
Yeah. You want to start a WebEx or you want me to start my WebEx?
I don't know. It can be like go to meetings, right?
I think you can. Do you have any tool to share your screen, or you want me to start a screen?
No, I don't have tools.
Okay, let me start a meeting notice. You guys should be getting an email from me on the WebEx. You guys can see what Alex is doing. You have access to a computer right now, right, Sue?
Yes, Akshay.
Hold on, I'm sending you guys details. a link. Just go ahead and log into that link.
Yes, Akshay, I'm doing that.
Go ahead and click on that link. It will take you through. I'm just logging in. Alex, let me know when you're in. I'll give you the control so you can share your screen.
Okay.
Akshay, it says meeting has not yet started.
Retry. Go ahead and retry. It was taking a little second. Go ahead and retry. Are you guys logged in here?
Yeah, actually, it's it's in progress. It's preparing the meeting center. Probably it will take less than 1 minute. I'm hoping.
Actually, can you see my desktop?
Yeah, I can see your. Thank you for attending Cisco WebEx. So yeah, I can see your desktop. Right, let them come on, then you can share. Let us know when it comes back, guys. Oh, there it is.
Okay, it's
Can you see everything?
it's all set, Akshay. I mean, we are able to see the screen now.
Okay. Alex, it's all yours, buddy.
Yeah. Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I would like to introduce just our environment, just in highlight. We have two development servers. It's CR HypeDev01 and CR HypeDev02. Are those development servers? And production server is CR HypeDev01. Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay, and in production, on production server, we have application, and under application there is many cubes, is base cubes.
Okay.
Okay, so for example, Profit application has 4 cubes, and 2 of them are backup cubes, and Profit Camp and Profit there are production cubes.
Okay.
And Okay, and each cube has an outline. Outline is a structure, just a structure of measures, periods, fiscal years, scenarios, and so on. And for example, in client dimension, we have list of our clients here, like McAfee, Opinion, Amazon, and so on. And periods is just the periods of time, quarters, fiscal year, and scenarios. Scenarios can be actuals, plan, forecast, flash, and other one. And also we have the organization dimension. So it contains all organizational structure for APEC, like locations, account units, and so on. Okay, and also under profit, under each application we have calc scripts, and I can show you the calc script for example, for actuals. Okay. So there is a calc script. Users on monthly basis, users load seats and hours in our database, and they use lock and send, just Excel lock and send. And after this, I run the script, and the script allocates the data along the client, each client. And I'm not sure if you're familiar with this kind of script, but it's similar to MDX. If you know MDX. Hello?
Yeah,
Hello, are you guys there?
yeah, Alex, go ahead.
Yeah, can you see the script?
Yes, we can see the screen. Yeah, these are different functions.
Yeah, and I'm showing you the script, calc script.
Yeah, come again, Alex.
Yeah, can you see the calc script?
Yes, we can see the script. Yes.
Okay, so actually I would like you to get familiar with this terminology and with the technology. I mean, with this kind of the script. And do you have any experience with MDX scripts? MDX scripts are very familiar with calc script. I mean, they are very similar. I mean.
Actually, we just started with this different functions with related to Hyperion.
Okay. Okay, so calc scripts, and we have about maybe 4 similar scripts, and actually they have about 3,000 or 4,000 lines for each script.
Alex, do you write all this code or it generates automatically?
No, I ran it by myself. I mean, I wrote it by myself. It's not created automatically. It should be done manually.
Really?
Yep.
That's how much you write?
Yep.
Wow. And for every function, every field, you have to write all these rules. These are your business rules, right?
Yes. It's like business rules or triggers in a SQL server. It's similar to triggers.
Alex, one quick question.
Yes.
The functions which you are displaying here, are these inbuilt functions, or we have defined it manually, all these functions to generate one particular report?
No, actually, it's not a report. We just allocate data along the clients, and users can retrieve the data. They can create their own templates and reports.
Oh, okay.
It just allocates the data. So the users can retrieve the data by themselves and excel it in.
Hey guys, keep going. I will be right back. I need a few minutes. Somebody is in my office. So you guys keep going.
Okay. Yeah, so those are the scripts. And we got some small scripts. It's like aggregational scripts. So every time user loads the data in EaseBase, we need to aggregate the data because they load the data in level 0, on the button of level 0. And to do aggregation, we need to run aggregation script. So for example, I can show you aggregation script for actuals 2012. So it just aggregates the data for actuals 2012 for client, organization, period, and measure dimension. So that's very simple script. And in green, it just those lines are commented out. Yeah. Okay, so there is a calc script and report script. We use report scripts to retrieve the data from EaseBase cubes. For example, I created a report script Flash. It retrieves data for Flash 2012, week 3, month of 09, it's September. And we're getting data for following measures. So report scripts are just used to retrieve the data from EaseBase. And we can create CSV files or text files using Flash script.
So basically, Alex, for each and every report, we have a dedicated script which has a one-to-one mapping with each report.
No. It doesn't to do anything with the report. For example, for Flash script, I retrieve the data from profit camp,
Okay.
and I need to load this data to. I retrieve the data from profit, and I need to load data to profit camp.
Okay.
So it's like a channel between cubes.
Okay.
So I retrieve the data in text files, and I load the data to profit camp. And to create reports, the users can create their own templates in Excel add-in, and they can, manipulate the data inside of Excel and see what they want to see. Report scripts only for extracting data from EaseBase. So it's kind of confusing because it has report word. Just to get the data from EaseBase. Okay. Actually, you can see, you can read it in the manual that I sent it to you.
Okay. And Alex, once we have the access to the developmental environment, because since you are connected to CR Hyperion 01, you have all the updated information. We should also have, once we have the access to remote desktop and we open this SBase client, we should be able to see all this information, right?
Right, but actually in development environment, actually sync. It has some production databases, but there is mostly development databases. But you can see data, and you can see, just the structure, how application structured there. And maybe in a couple of weeks or in a couple of days, I can give you an access to production, and you can see it. And definitely, I'll give you access to remote desktop, to our development server. So you can log in there and open EASBase administration services software. And definitely, I will help you in any way you need. If you have any questions, just let me know. We can go through it. Okay. And rules files. Rules files are used for loading data into EaseBase. Okay. For example, I can show you an example. For in profit, I retrieve the data, Flash data, as I told you, right? Using report script. And I created the file. Okay, let me show. And I store this file on our production server, Hyperion production server. For example, a couple days ago, I extracted data for Flash week 3 September 2012. And in a rule file, I can open this file in a rule. Like in working storage in mainframe, if you're familiar with the rule file. Let's open this. So you can see the rule file describes each column. So column is its dimension. And using rule file, we can, for example, load data to McAfee client for this account unit organization for fiscal year 2012. Scenario would be actual, month April, measure application development client hours, and the data. Hello?
Yeah, Alex, one quick question we have. As you said, this flex file, it's a data file. It's basically sent to the SBS by which system?
Right. It's actually I set it up manually. It has to be set it up manually.
Okay.
It's like file column description, and SBS needs to know in which cell it needs to load the data. And there is a description, like client, organization, fiscal year, scenario, period, measures, and actual data.
Okay, and who generates these flat files?
I created this Flash file using report script that I showed you before. And to load the data, you need to use this rule file.
Okay, got it.
It's very simple. I mean, okay. So rules files are used to load the data, and also we can do dimension build using rules file. But it's a little advanced, so I can show it to you later. Okay, and there is a security, so we can create. So we can do administration work here. So we can add users, delete users, and give the users a particular access to databases.
Okay.
And we can create the passwords for them, and so on. So this is basically it. And actually, it would be a great idea if you would go over this administration manual that I sent it to you.
Okay.
And read just basic stuff about EAS and Hyperion. Okay?
Yes.
Do you have any questions so far?
Okay, so basically, I mean, once we have the remote desktop access to kind of open the developmental servers, even our user IDs should be under the user administration. I mean, this has to be given by the administration.
Yeah, I'll give you. Actually, I can create your user ID on a remote on our development server.
Okay, okay.
You should use your LAN password to log in there.
Okay,
And
okay.
I'll give you admin rights to this.
Okay. Alex, if you could provide us a few sample reports, that would be also helpful. Because as per the manual that what we studied, the reports are generated mostly in the Excel format.
Right, this is correct. Actually, yeah, I'm showing it to you right now. Let me open it. Okay, let me find later one.
Alex, one more quick question I have got. Like, where does SQL come into the picture here? Because what we saw here, we have got some built-in functions which are which are part of the S-based system. But
Right.
where does SQL come into picture here?
Okay, let me show you first some report. Okay, let me do it from the scratch, and I'll show you the simple one. Okay, so here is in Excel, and when you install Excel add-in, you will have add-in tab here, and you should go to EaseBase, connect, and this one, this is production server, and I'll give you everything. I'll give you user ID and password. Okay, so you would need to log in there. And here is a list of application and database. Okay, so let's open ProfitCam. You need to connect and go to this base and to retrieve again. Okay, and there is just a high level of data. So here you can drill down on client. For example, if you want to see, like, maybe, let's say NTNT. So you can retrieve the data for NTNT, and you should specify the period. For example, 2012, let's say July, fiscal year 2012. Okay. And here are the measures. You can drill down on measures, for example, organization. Okay. So you can create reports by yourself and just manipulate the data, because the data is in EaseBase, and you can see the data from different sites. And the data is like the data is multi-dimensional database, so you can, it's like a cube, you know, you can turn the cube in around and see every side that you need.
And Alex, one more quick question I have got. How does this requirement come to you? Like, who are the stakeholders here?
Can you please repeat the question?
Like, I mean, as you change the month, the quarter to July, and the client to AT&T, like there must be a requirement document which actually gives all these parameters. Based on that, we connect to Excel. From Excel, we go to the S-based cubes and generate the report.
Right. Actually, every user has an access to Excel add-in, and they can create reports by themselves.
Okay.
And some users have an access to load the data by themselves. Otherwise, I need to load the data. Actually, last month I loaded it from Lawson, and this month I will need to load it from SAP.
Okay.
And every day I got many requirements from the users, you know, just to load the data and change the structure of outlines and so on.
So Alex, our scope is more related to loading the data so that every user, when I say user, I mean stakeholders, they can log into Excel and generate the reports. We don't have to actually publish this report anywhere. Is that a correct statement?
Yeah, that is correct. The user can create their report
Okay.
on their own. So we don't
Okay,
have.
I got you.
Yeah, if they have any questions about the report in Excel, so we need to resolve it. You know, maybe the data is missing or the structure is not correct.
Okay, in that case, they will raise a ticket to us.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay.
Okay, so it's just a simple report. I mean, you can drill down on every measure and so on. Okay, and what was your second question?
Yeah, my question was related to this Excel sheet, but now I understood. Like as you said, the users who are our stakeholders, they should be able to log into the Excel sheet and fetch the data from the S cubes, and drill down the report themselves.
Yes, yeah, correct.
So our scope is basically, kind of loading the data, and once the user raises a ticket, we will troubleshoot the reports.
Right. But usually, actually, we don't have ticket in system here. Usually, they send me a message, email, or Spark me.
Okay.
That they have the problem, and
Okay.
and I need to resolve it, and I need to prioritize it and resolve it as soon as possible because they need the data, financial data.
And is there any priority attached to these reports? Like some reports will take high priority over some other reports?
Yes, yeah. Some of them are high priority, some of them not. But I can show you. Actually, I can.
Okay.
We can go through it. I can show everything. Okay. And you asked about Excel, right?
Yeah, SQL. Where does SQL?
Well, I mean SQL statement. Okay, so on every day we load the data from data warehouse to our two databases. It needs to be loaded on every day in the morning. So it's RP15 Opera and RP15 STX.
Okay.
And to get the data from data warehouse, we use Toad. I saw this tool in your resume, right? You used it before. Right?
Right.
And yes, and actually,
we are well versed in SQL, Alex.
Excuse me?
Yeah, we are good at SQL.
Okay, good. And actually, we have couple documents. Actually, it was created specially for you guys, so you can see it. Okay, here is the documentation. For example, it shows step by step how we load the data, and there is some SQL statements inside of documents, so you can just copy and paste it and extract the data. Okay, here's the SQL statement. What you should do, you should copy and paste it. Yeah, run the SQL and create text file. the data from data warehouse, and here is step by step what you need to do to load this database. So we create text file, and I created some batch script on a server, so you need to run batch script. But everything is here. Okay. Here there is a report, a extract, and we need to load, we need to save it somewhere on a drive. I'm not gonna do this.
Hey Alex.
Yes.
Actually, we don't have that document. The document which you showed us right now.
Yes.
As well as the SharePoint link.
Sure. Let me send it to you. That's not a problem.
Hey Alex, if you could send the SharePoint location also, that would be a great help to us.
You mean report?
No, the SharePoint link. I believe you downloaded it from the SharePoint.
SharePoint link. Yeah, but you would need to have an access to it. Okay, I'll send you SharePoint link also for all our documentation, right? Okay. And there is some more documentation, but we can go through it. I mean, how to load attrition. We load attrition every Monday. We get in file from billing team, and there is steps how to load an attrition. And G invoices, I believe it may be twice a month. Application development once per month, and those ones are every day. Okay. Any questions so far?
Yeah, Alex. I mean, we have a scheduled data load for various systems. So I believe once we go through all these documents, we can have a one document which will have, the period or the schedule of all kind of data load activities.
Yeah, actually we don't have any scheduler. We got a scheduler for backup our database on nightly base every day, but it's just Windows utility on the server.
Okay.
And that's only one scheduler, and we don't have any other schedulers. What we need to do, we need just manually submit our job.
Okay.
Okay, just go to the server and go to this directory, script directory, and for example for STX we need to double click on this one is the first job, just double click on it, and when it's done, to follow the steps that I send it to you. You will see everything in a document.
Okay.
Okay, and the file structure on a happen server, for example, an app folder contains all applications that we have. For example, in Profit, we have a Profit application, and Profit application has 4 databases: 0120, 1219, Profit Camp, and Profit.
Alex, one quick question I have got.
Excuse me?
I have got one quick question.
You got a question?
Yes, I got a quick question. As you showed us the Profit folder, and it has got all the data dumps that has to be loaded into the production server. And how do we know every time that what is the most recent data source that has to be loaded? Based on the timestamp only?
For Profit Camp, for example, it was loaded, I believe, yesterday by Brian Candes. Let me see. No, actually, I loaded the data 2 days ago. I don't remember how did I load it, but most likely it was just plug and send in Excel.
Okay.
Oh, no. Sorry. I remember. What I did, I extracted the data for Profit Camp from Profit. It was week 3, September 2012 flash. I showed with a flat file before. Flat file with the flash data. Okay, so basically what I did, I extracted the data from Profit and I loaded it into Profit Camp. And I used, to extract the data, I used report script, and load the data, I used rule file.
Okay.
Okay, so it was 2 days ago, right? And it was a request, I believe, yesterday or today. Today's 12. Oh yeah, I added a new client to outline today.
Okay.
There is a date stamp and my user ID.
Okay.
So I updated an outline. And Paul Zidron, he did calculation yesterday at 11 o'clock. I mean, not yesterday, 2 days ago at 11 o'clock. So for every cube, you can see the activity, and there is a log file for every application. Not for every cube, but for each application, there is a log file.
Okay. And this load file can be found at their designated directories.
This load file that I loaded it, right? Yeah, it's in a directory. Yeah, I showed it before. I can show it you again. It's an extract directory. This one, see? 910.
Right.
910 419. And see what the date stamp here. Okay, 419C. Extracted the file at 419 and loaded it at 421.
Right.
Okay, and so for each application, as I said, you can see the log file. Let's start with today log file.
And so Alex, this log viewer will also capture the bad records. Let's say a few records are not going to get loaded. There are some bad records. They're also going to get captured in this log viewer.
Actually, it's like a system log file. See, it's very hard to see what's going on.
Okay.
I mean, you can see that is base receives the command from the system. I mean, for example, it receives command from me. That's my user ID. So what I did, I just retrieve the data and it says get small statistics. But it doesn't show any details, just showing that I was trying to retrieve the data. And if there is a major error, it will be in a log file.
Okay.
But some warning, we can ignore it.
Okay.
And you can see, for example, Megan, she's a user. She tried to retrieve the data, and her Excel had unknown member, and there is an error.
Okay.
So there is a log file, but it's not much details in there. Okay, so what else? And we were talking about security for each user. Actually, let's go to group. For the security level, we need to create a group. For example, for profit comp or for profit access, I created a group. Profit DW R calc. And there is a list of the users who have access to this group. And application. For this group, I gave access to profit comp database and profit. And I can choose the calculation script for this group. So the user who has access to this group, he will see this calculation script. They can use this calculation script. And for each database, we have a filter. The filter gives the user particular access to database for lock and send. So, for example, I can show you flash filter here. To see filters, you need to you need right click on the cube name, go to edit, go to filters, and for example, for flash filter, you can see the security. For example, for the user who has access to this filter can lock and send to actual July 2012. So they can have an access to it. They can have right access to it. And so on. For example, this filter, this line, it says that a user has an access to VIC3 M09 2012 flash. And you can change it to any. You can change it to read, none, write. Okay. So you got an idea, right? Okay, Soup?
Yeah, come again, Alex.
Yeah, do you have any questions about security levels? I mean, I just want to give you some highlights, and
Okay.
you can go over administration guide manual.
Okay, so these are basically part of the administration. I meant to say user administration.
Right. User administration, right.
Right. We can set the access, roles, permissions based on the members, based on the requirement, business requirement.
Yes. And we can specify each scenario that user needs to have an access. I mean, for example, as I showed you.
Hey Alex, just one question. For some user, can it be possible that for week 3 he gets the read access, for week 5 he gets write access.
Can you please repeat the question? Can you please repeat it, Sup?
Yeah, what I'm asking, like these are all the read actions, but in the week 5, member 06 M06 have got write access.
Right, correct. Yes. So I just got a requirement from someone to have an access for week 5.
Okay.
But actually, let me change it right now.
Okay.
No, I'm afraid the users can. Okay, so currently they have an access to load actuals for July, August 2012, and week 3 of September 2012. And week 5, week 4, August, and week 1, week 2, September. Okay, just in case, because they can, delete the data accidentally. I would like to remove it. Right. Okay, so each group has a filter. Okay, and here is the disable usernames, but we don't have any disable users names.
Okay.
If there any disabled username, what you need to highlight user ID and click this button and click apply, refresh. And the user will be activated. Okay. I mean, so this is basically it for today, I guess. We already spent 1 hour, right? Do you have any questions?
As of now, no, Alex. What we will do, we will log into the development system as well as the space administrative services client, and we'll go through the same and we'll come up with the questions.
Okay, no problem. Just, if you want, you can send me the list of the questions via email.
And one more thing, like to connect to this space administrative services, do we have a generic user ID, or it has to be created based on the user ID, the APAC user ID?
You will have the specific user ID, and I will create one for you.
Okay.
I'll give you the user ID and password.
Okay. Yeah, that would be great actually. Once we log into the database in the backend side, then as well as the space administrative services, we will look at the data, mostly the developmental data, not the production data. Then that will kind of give us more. We will do a deep dive. We'll make a deep dive into the system and come up with more number of questions.
Okay, it would be great. And you can send me the list of your questions, so I would like to prepare, and we can go forward.
Yeah, I could not hear your last line, Alex.
Yes.
Yeah, can you please repeat?
Yeah, just send me a list of your questions.
Okay. Sure. We are going to do that. Yes.
Yes, and I would like to be prepared for your question, to give you more detailed information.
Right, Alex. Yeah.
And maybe examples and so on.
Right. And Alex, this is a really very nice, informative session, and I thank you for that. Thank you so much.
Hey guys, do you have a phone number for Alex? You can call him, or leave him a message. His phone number is 319-896-8654.
1 second. Can you please say that again, Akshay?
It's 319.
319.
Sorry, not 319. Sorry, I take it back. Alex, what is it? 847?
847.
Alex.
Yeah, just a second. Actually, let me. I don't remember. Okay, so it's 847-374-84.
4984.
Yeah, you can see it, right?
Right.
Okay.
So use that number. Call him with questions. I'm glad you guys are coming up to speed. Looks like you guys are making good progress. So hopefully in few days you guys would be all good to go, right?
Right, Axel.
Yeah.
Anything else, guys?
As of now, no, but we'll come up with more number of questions once we log into the environment and play around the data, the developmental data.
Yep. Thank you, guys.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Axel. Thanks, Alex.
Okay.
Thank